a bat boy who is a creature who dresses up like a bat in any way. I'm just saying. You're all here, right?
Yeah. Hey, is everybody here?
I mean, I'd hope so. We should tweet, right? We can't just expect everybody to.
Hold on, wait a minute. We can also,
What's up?
we can also tweet.
Oh, wait, that's what I'm saying. We should tweet.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we should also tweet.
No, but I was gonna tweet. That was my idea. You can't take my idea.
Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom.
Trying something different this time. Oh man, I'm glad. Man, I misread the word tyranny. Turns out if you missed that first Y, that's a different word you wrote.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was like, Justin, why
what
would you?
the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I am feeling it. All right, I say.
Put it in your butt.
Okay, why not? Let's try it out.
There's dancing.
All right, this works for me. Hey, beautiful people. It's me and Justin back at it again, like a big sick habit. We're sort of like, we're like alcoholics, but for games.
Yeah.
Also, alcoholics.
What's a gaming alcoholic?
I think it's called Twitch caster. Hell.
Gamblers Anonymous.
I mean,
Zero Kitty 213 says they feel it in their butthole.
Oh, I mean, that's only because at night we visit and we implant certain very select members of Diamond Club with a very sensitive wire that vibrates. It's hooked up. It's part of the Internet of Things. So, in fact, your butthole now has an IP address, and we could dial it up whenever the party's about to start. So next time you feel that tingle in your tuchus, you know it's about to get real.
It also is vulnerable to sequel injections, as we learned on the Modern Rogue today. So be careful about that.
Did you watch that episode?
I did. I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Hey, newsflash, we got at least one thing wrong, which means nobody mentioned it to us.
Oh no, that's
That's to me though. I'm pretty excited because that means we're hitting a level of success where people are gonna call us out on everything, whether we're right or wrong. People, number one thing that people think we got wrong: saying the word sequel. It's SQL. All right, so and so company is very adamant that you call it SQL. I'm like, you know what? Guy who created Scuba Gear was adamant you call it Scuba. He was wrong. The guy who created the
why don't you
GIF,
take as upset you are and make a GIF out of it?
Yeah, okay, right. The guy who wrote a GIF, he insists you pronounce it GIF.
Oh. Well, then I'll bet you who would be upset about that. Adolf Hitler.
The guys. Okay. You know the sport where you strap on those 2x4s and you ride down the side of a snowy mountain?
Yeah.
Originally, they said it should be pronounced sheeing.
Sheen, huh?
Yeah. Were they right or were they wrong?
Winning.
Winning?
Like it's Sheen, like Charlie Sheen?
No, sheeing. Like the
Sheeing?
The SKI is pronounced SHE.
So like the opposite of he?
Yeah, correct.
If a man was gonna do it, it'd be called heeing.
What? All right, look. Here's the important part. We have a special gift for you guys. Last time, poor Justin had to sit there in the co-pilot seat, relegated only to the position of a dude who has to point and says, "Go pull the yoke up, otherwise we're gonna crash. Let down them. And this is how you sounded the whole time. Let down them landing gear, Brian."
I know. Can you please put the goddamn landing gear on, man? I'm just trying to get it here. Oh, wait. Shit, I have to keep this here for the shot.
Yeah, but you can move it down just a scooch. There you go. Look at that. You got it.
Scotch and a scooch.
Look at this. Look at this little hand-free action. Guess what? It's shared property. We've gone communist.
Yeah, so here's the deal, folks. Well, I mean, how do we want to put this, Brian? The president has cancer, and if we don't beat Frog Fractions 2 today, then he's going to die.
Yeah, and we'll leave it to you, whichever president, whether we're talking about the actual president or the president-elect, whichever one you would be most sad to find out has cancer, that's the one who has it. And it's up to us to solve this game fast enough. Yeah.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Joe Blaska says, "Please don't beat it." Well, who is it? Who do you want to die? Because the person you don't want to die, that's the one that's gonna die.
That's why I'm saying we have to do our job. Okay, so when we last left our intrepid adventurer, he was in Text World. He had visited a couple of side quests. We had a sword at one point. We were moving boulders. Here's boulders right here. That's good pushing of the boulder. Go, yeah, you can go in. All right.
So for some reason, I can't see that bottom on my thing.
Oh, what bottom? Like what's below here?
Yeah.
There's.
Oh wait, no. That was the way the screen was stretched. All right.
Okay, got it. All right, go for it, sir.
This
actually works out really good because since we're not fighting over the same, like we fight over the game computer, but that's the equivalent of us sitting on the couch with controllers.
Yeah.
We don't. Ooh, message. Hit a button. Hit enter. You gonna read that message? Need enfant terrible. The nice thing is that we can fight over the game PC, but separately, because we use mouse without borders, the switching and the streaming PCs are all separado. Separado. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Do you need some inspiration?
Why don't you come out of retirement? You've been out mending fences. Probably don't know how to walk anymore. Oh, shit. So this was what our problem was, right?
Oh, yeah. Now we went to the sewer blimp.
Now we're in nighttime. We don't have our sword anymore.
Right, we had to go get a sword. Yeah, head on to the right. I'm pretty sure that's it. And I know you're on a big quest, so I'm going to give you some inspiring music. Oh, Jesus.
What the hot fuck was that?
Well, I thought it was our favorite song, but apparently it was a safe for YouTube shitty hold on.
I got the fuzz on my tail.
Oh, yeah.
Can't you see what I'm doing here? Can't you see what I'm doing here? I'm holding my own urine in a cup because I have responsibilities. Won't you help?
There it is. All right, Justin, stay focused. Get in the zone, man.
Hey, retardo.
Come on, man.
Why can't you walk over
You got to get that master sword.
You've been out mending fences.
You went to jail.
Probably can't even walk now. But retardos, meet your warm golden cure. 'Cause you've been out mending fences where you'll never walk alone.
I don't know how to open that. Master using it.
So send me some money.
Off the skates?
I'll bang you up. Yes, I'll bang you right up your ass.
White keep off the skates.
So retardos #1 forever.
All right, did you get that, Justin?
Yeah.
Are you properly
retardos
motivated?
Got it.
You found a grenade. Oh, that's right. But then when you throw a grenade, it turns out to be a pear, right? But the pear you could throw and squish things on, right? Which is pretty good, too.
Oh, crap. I lost. Oh, here we go. We got it back.
Hang on. This is killing me. One of my fans is going womp, 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 so I'm going to spray it with some warm golden cure.
Gotcha. Yeah, listen, it's out there mending fences. You think these guys have swords? I'm afraid to ask. Okay. Come on. None of these messages are any help.
Dude, do you think it would sound awesome or annoying for me to spray this into the microphone?
Ooh, tough call, Bri. I think we need to do a little science and find out.
All right, now real quick, place your bets. Better or worse when I do air versus when I do it inverted and get goop everywhere? Which one? Make your pick.
I think it's better when there's goop. God damn.
All right, on a scale of 1 to stink bomb, how many kangaroos?
That one was a 4 kangaroo stink bomb.
All right, here we go. Upside down. Ready? Get ready.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. That sounded like there was an old man trying to breathe.
Oh, man, look at this. Too hot for business, right? Oh, it's the hottest talk of the town. Well, hold on. Let me get... Here we go.
Oh, crap. Do you think I can do this thing that you could
Wait.
barely do and we could actually
Hold
see
on.
everything?
Oh, this
Oh,
this
Jesus
talk is
Christ,
too
Brian.
hot. This is too hot for radio. I'm afraid that only here on Twitch can you get that chat this hot.
Dude, it looks like we're doing like those shitty radio promos where you ever notice like whenever radio guys get mainstream press, they always have to be holding microphones.
That are smoking, right? They're smoking because they're so hot.
Yeah, there's like smoking microphones or like they're holding cigars for whatever reason. Dude, give us some more hot talk.
All right, here we go. Let me get rid of that. All right. Oh, you're not ready for talk this hot.
We're burning the mics.
Wouldn't
We got all
burn
that
it.
hot goss.
Oh, we got the hottest talk on Twitch.
Hey, do you want to get into the gossip market? Like people love gossip.
Yeah, sure. What's the goss?
Well, Brian, I heard that if you don't tape your dick to your legs, you're gonna die.
You know, it's funny because I just saw Jackie last night about Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Yeah.
She taped her dick to her thigh and lived.
Really?
Yeah. Meanwhile, JFK did not. That's what the Warren Commission discovered.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'll be.
Hot talk. Hot talk.
Someone's throwing pears over here.
Hot.
I wonder if you got to throw the pears into that little pool. Maybe.
Hottest talk. Hot talk on Twitch.
What if the dick is longer than your leg? I mean, listen, we all have our problems.
I mean, at that hot talk. That's probably not great for the mic.
No, probably not. I mean, I don't know. If I were to take a guess, I'd probably say no.
You think Bob Heil would approve or disapprove? No.
Oh, Isle's all about it.
Because he understands that hot sock. Oh, hi. Somebody went to
Oh, shit. Wait, maybe we do
jail.
need to collect gems and throw the gems in the pool and overflow it.
You can try it, but when you overflow it, it just spits out a bunch of gems.
Yeah, but that was before. Now we have no gems.
Oh, you know what? That's right. That's one thing this game does. Makes you question authority. The way we do on our hot gossip segment
On our
here
hot
on
goss.
Night Attack.
Hey, everybody, send us, or actually,
Hot
can we open up
goss.
the lines so people can call us with all their
Yeah,
hot goss?
hold on. If somebody has some hot goss, then you need to Skype in to
Yeah.
wait for it. to
Yeah, welcome to Hot Goss.
Hot Goss.
A lot of people have been saying on Twitch, like, listen, Twitch is all right, but what we really need is some more Hot Goss.
Some more of that Hot Goss. 2 S's in Goss.
Yeah,
Goss.
it's like Gossamer, but it's not. All right, I'm gonna throw all these fucking gems in here. Y'all gonna make me throw my gems
up in here, up in here. All right.
Oh, how do you throw the gem?
Well, you did. You moved in. You can only do one at a time. 3. There you go. Try to do it again. Oh, you went to jail. Why don't they take your gems when they go to jail? Is it too hot in there for the gems? By the way, your hot gossip, call in the Night Attack show.
Yeah, we're taking all your hot goss, man. We don't even give a fuck, man. That's how badass we are.
There you go.
Hey, we don't give a fuck, okay? So a lot of you think that like we do, but we don't.
Yeah, man. If you think we give a fuck, then you're banned like OMG Chad until you show up to collect your $12.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, do we have an update on that? I saw him. I heard he was talking shit on Twitter.
Oh, was he? Wait, was he really? Or you just...
Yeah, here's some hot goss for you. Fuck Chad.
Yeah, man. Totally banned until he shows up and collects the $12. The six $2 bills that we plan to give him. That's the real story. If you got hot gossip, give us a call at Night Attack Show.
Crap. All right, so it just did overflow. Nothing happened.
See, damn it, I knew that, and now you're stuck with all these gems.
No, I got 13 gems. That's fine.
All right. I don't know. I thought it was.
Hey, just kidding, guys. We love Chad. Chad's great.
I mean, unless that'll cause a big stink if he hears that he's banned. He's banned until he shows up and collects.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. We couldn't get through that other way before because we had too many gems, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Get to that pinch poke. But watch out for the cops. Or there'll be a night attack.
Crap.
No, you can take pairs. Take all the pairs.
I don't want the pairs.
Yeah, it says you have like 15 pairs though.
I got like 15 pairs.
Right there. It says like 15
throw them all. I'm gonna throw all
pairs.
these pairs, Brian. I don't give a shit.
No. You need those pairs. Those pairs are for usefulness.
Why am I blinking? Why can't I play? Oh, here we go.
Someone's throwing pairs over here.
I don't know, it just sounds like a Rick and Morty scene, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, someone's just like, they're just like throwing pears over here. And I'm like, what's going on, man?
I mean,
like, what happened with the pears?
It's like these pears, they don't throw themselves, man. They can't throw themselves.
You ever tried to see a pear throw itself? You can't throw a pear, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just a kid, but sometimes, you gotta throw a pear.
Yeah, Vontez and Joker Lemon. Like, I know there's a lot of people that really love Chad here. And
sorry, he's
used
banned.
To be among them.
He's banned until he shows up and collects his $12.
Yeah.
He's not allowed on until he shows up and collects that 6 $2 bills that I have for him.
What I don't understand is why he won't collect them. I mean, after all, what does he have to hide?
Some people, I mean, not us, some people say it's because he's afraid that it's Nazi $2 bills. Oh, no, you're good. Nope, go up.
Go up?
Yeah, you could take to the right. You need the green key. Go get the green key.
Well, where the hell are these keys, Bri?
I'm just saying for the record, I don't blame him for suspecting them of being zombie Nazi $2 bills. I personally feel like that's an affront to his own fan base, but it doesn't matter because he's banned until he shows up.
Until he shows up next week on the show and
right.
collects his $12.
Again, that's 6 $2 bills. Six $2 bills.
$2 bills only.
Yeah.
Is there another way to get down here, maybe?
I mean, can you dance?
Going down, baby.
No, not so much. Can you walk on that brown town?
No. And questionable, that statement.
Go up. There you go. This is, I think, the right place to be. You got to be in that bunker.
And not to be
Oh.
at the same time.
Okay, so this is where...
Oh, this is where we came from.
Yeah, that's where the sewer blimp is. Man, I really shouldn't have sprayed all that hot talk on here because now I'm just
that hot
tasting...
goss.
Just... all this.
Okay, at what point does this go
Hot.
from us doing a bit to you huffing?
Hot goss. I don't know. It depends on how funny I get. If I get funnier, then that's going to be our new bit. Is called The Normal Show, and it begins with me spraying all the hot goss on here and going a bit goopy. Hot goss.
Okay, Brian, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm just now remembering how frustrating this part of the game was. That I was grateful that time made us quit.
Oh, really? Oh, because you couldn't get anywhere? Look, do you want some
just
help?
'cause it's
You want me to engage? You want me to drive?
well, it's literally. Well, help me out, man. I was helping you out.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean,
that
you're
was-
just spraying the
that was-
hot goss.
that was before I had to huff and do all the hot goss over here. But if you want me to help, I'm helping.
Yeah, just give me some ideas, man.
All right.
We are
Well,
co-play.
first of all, just trace the outside of everything. Go explore the whole space. So it's like go, including like yes, go left, explore the whole island of the ship blimp.
Why can't I go? Here we go.
There you go. Keep on going. See if you can turn on the sun. Maybe you never know.
Do we climb?
Yeah. See if climbing gets us anywhere, and then explore the rest of the beach. So the rest of the beach, you're trapped. You're trapped. Let's get on the sludge parade. There you go. There you go. Sewer blimp. Sewer blimp. Sewer blimp. Okay. Okay. So this got us somewhere. Keep going. So you need the gray key. And absent that, I want to say, Vantez. Look, man, that's why he's banned. That's why he's banned. Keep going, keep going. Trace those sides. Yeah, remember this is 4 chambers, like the light switch is in the... no, don't go back. You go right in the back in that maze. No, what are you doing?
Oh shit. Oh shit, Brian. Oh shit, man. Just shit.
Look,
oh
man.
shit.
This is the kind of behavior that got Chad banned off the show. Yeah, you want to be engaged in this?
Wow. Hold on. Wait a minute. A new hot goss report. Justin's in deep shit.
Hot goss.
Hot
Goss. Hot goss. Here, go to the right. Go to the right.
This right?
Yes. Hot gossip. I think this is right where we began. There you go. Keep going. Remember we killed all the cockroaches here? Wait, also you saw a message. Do you want to read that message? They don't tend to be very helpful.
Yeah, no, I think we already saw that one. That was with
But that was before hot gossip. Oh, wait. Oh. Check. See, that's
you
what
know
I
you
was
can't
saying.
trust those soapstone messages, right? The people who write them aren't even in the union.
That's what I was saying. All right, to the right. Maybe I do believe them because you can't trust them union soapstoners. Let's go up top. I bet there's a reason we can see that. Oh, nope. You'll have to go the long way. Go the long way. You have to solve this maze. I'm sure of it.
I think we had to solve this maze to get out of here, but maybe. Oh, look, there. Yeah, because there's a little spot there. Wait a minute. Hey there, boys.
Go. Let's go on left. Let's go on left. I do mean to gossip. Hot toi.
Hot toi, huh?
Hot toi. We almost got flagged for being too adult or not safe for work, whatever that means. No, go, stop, don't turn around, go back. And then follow on down and to the right. Keep on going. You could do it all night. There you go. There you go. Oh, you got the thing. Get the thing. I found another purple R. fact that it says another doesn't really inspire a lot of.
No, I
Wait,
feel
go
like
up,
that's
go up.
also something.
No, why are you not going up in that room?
Because that's where we started.
So, we check everything, man. We look for Chad's $12. Okay, it's not there.
All right.
Maybe at the end, it'll turn out that we find OMG Chad in our contacts, and it sends him
A mass text?
a mass text that includes everyone except for one of our friends.
Probably gonna be Tay.
Dead Twitch.
It's probably gonna be hello.
Dead Twitch, what's going on? Hold on, wait a minute. Ted Twitch. Oh, Ted. What are you doing? What's your game plan? There you go. To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Yep. Yep. All right. Feel like we pretty well explored this turf.
So I wonder what this little fucking fuckle-doodle, fuckle-duckle here is. I mean, listen, if everybody here's trying to make a baby, then why can't we buy a dog?
I mean, that's sound logic. Sound logic. The maze isn't meant for us. I mean, to me, I look at it. It doesn't look like anything at all to me.
All right, what do you think, Brian?
Bail on this maze. I don't
Brian,
care if it is what the Native Americans used to call corn. We're out.
Hey, remember that time that Squanto used fish to grow corn?
Oh, hold on one second. We got some. Hey, what's up, man? You got some hot gossip for us?
Hello?
Yeah, hot goss on the line. What's up?
Oh, crap, I can't hear him.
I can't either. He's got to turn his volume up.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, wait, louder. Get it louder. Get it louder.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
There you go. Let's hear it. What's your hot
Yeah,
goss?
I was just saying I made this game, so hi, and thanks for playing it.
Wait, bullshit. For reals?
Yeah.
Hold on. This is the
Wait, who the hell is this?
This is Justin Bortnick. I was the writer, and I ran the ARG for this game, and did some design for the play and all that stuff.
Jesus
it's a small
Christ.
company, so everybody sort of did everything.
All right, this is the best thing that's ever happened in our entire lives. We're abandoning hot
first things
gossip.
first, what's the hot goss?
Yeah.
I guess the hot gossip is that we finished the game, right?
Dude, how on earth do you keep something this awesome, this secret for this long? And how do you stand watching assholes like us trying to play it when it's like, you guys obviously set up clues and stuff for us to solve things and we're just as dumb as can be?
I mean, so number one, Jim, who's the lead on this game, it's his company, has infinite patience. So if nobody found the game, he was just like, whatever. Like, that's a good story too.
See, that alone to me is like some next level stuff. By the way, people are shouting fake, but I'm looking at the Skype name you called in on, and it does happen to be the same name as your name on Twitter. In which case, I'm super honored that you guys have joined. So, what was your job?
Wait, are you just looking? You're just browsing Twitch and you're seeing what kind of jackholes are playing this game right now?
Yep, I've been spending time every day just watching people play it on Twitch and interacting with them and hearing what they think about the game. And if they like it, then that's great. And if they don't, then I learned something for the next game about what to maybe do differently, right? So,
all right. So forgive us for being terrible people, but is it agonizing to watch people is there one particular experience that you could just tell somebody just didn't get what you guys were going for?
Well, it's definitely not a game for everybody. There are some people that are just not going to like this product, right? And we knew that going in. We always, Frog Fractions 1 was a game that Jim and Rachel, the artist, made on the weekends and evenings for their friends. And this is sort of the same, it was made for people who were kids in the 80s and early 90s who played a bunch of games that are sort of like this. And, even in playtesting, we had some people that were just I'm sure this is good, but this is just not my style of game. And so that's the easy, we knew that. The first game was couched in a lot of terms that people who are casually familiar with games would know, like Missile Command or like a Star Fox or a text adventure.
Sure.
This is
and
like this overworld is ZZT, and that's like an order of magnitude more obscure.
yeah, oh man, well, and this was my time. 1990, 91. I ran a Tag BBS on my 286 laptop. I remember pulling. I want to say it was
Right, so you're exactly in our demographic.
Yeah, exactly, right. And so all of this ASCII art. In fact, I love the fact that when I built a MAME cabinet, I spent so long perfecting those imperfections, the slight RGB bleeding that would make it look like an authentic old school display. And you guys, you could see some of that artifacting around, like the green on the sword stuff on there. I absolutely adore that level of detail.
Yeah, well, we spent 3 years making the ugliest text game in the world, right? So,
but that's one of the great things. Creativity oftentimes is born of restriction, and so in an age where you can increasingly just up the polygon count and do anything photorealistically, to put yourselves in kind of a straitjacket. I think it really shows in so many of the inventive ways where you're making police A's. That are chasing us to go into jail. By the way, how long until we get to spend these gems? That's all I really want to know.
Yeah, man, come on. Make with the gem info.
Well, gems of Ilthur are an obsoleted currency, and maybe there's a vendor out there that will take them, but.
Oh, so another thing that intrigues me is that whereas Frog Fractions 1 was very much linear, it seemed to me like it had essentially two parts that made it great for me. One was a commitment to the joke that went way beyond when it was funny, all the way till it got funny again. And then number two, this nostalgic tour de force of various gaming styles. And this certainly, I loved feeling the Leisure Suit Larry prove that you're an adult bit and all this.
Oh my God, that was because that's more my time. Like that era, like that Leisure Suit Larry was probably the first computer game that I ever remember really, really enjoying, and that element, and all of Spaxis, right, was just amazing.
Well, so what's different to me, or what I notice very quickly on this, is that Frog Fractions 2 feels much more parallel. The fact that we keep coming back to this ASCII-verse as kind of an overgame almost reminds me of Ultima 3 Exodus, or this is the overmap that takes us into the various spots, which is it feels more robust of a game that way instead of a gag.
Yeah, well, we took like tens of thousands of dollars from people on Kickstarter to like make a video game, right? And as funny as it would have been to just pocket all of that and walk away and say, like, oh, I guess they never found it. You
guys did take tens of thousands of dollars, and I know that this is a hard thing to talk to people that aren't in production and don't understand what things cost, but like you didn't take that much. I mean, like $70,000 is certainly a lot to look at, but it's not a ton in terms of like even the kind of work that has gone into the game that we're looking at now. Like you guys definitely stretched, I think, what. Yeah,
well, we also got money from Adult Swim as the publisher to help make up.
Oh, fantastic! So is that part? So, you guys had to have been keeping track of all the false reports of the game, because there was one where like somebody found a game where you had to shave Obama's beard, and if you shaved poorly, he performed poorly in the debates, and everyone was convinced that was the secret entrance to Frog Fractions 2. You guys were watching all that stuff?
Yeah, that was part of the ARG that was running. There were actually two ARG that were running parallel to one another, and
so that was you guys like messing with people.
Yeah, because that was hosted on our website.
By the way, eat a dick! I did that on the first try.
Yeah, fuck you. It was because you're remotely VPNing, and that's the only way it's possible. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
No, I'll just say there were two ARGs that were running at the same time, and that was the How to Shave Obama. I'm trying to remember what the actual name. I think it was called like Leadership Simulator or something like that. Was found by we patched the original Frog Fractions using there was a website called Twin Bread instead of Twin Beard that we had set up, and it had a recipe for bread on the website, and it looked like an old GeoCities page.
Oh, that's great.
And we patched the original Frog Fractions in the text adventure if you went into the spaceship's
Oh,
kitchen.
Oh shit!
Shit! All right.
Sounds like battle chess.
Yeah. Oh, it's time. Come on, you gotta go. They're coming at you.
Anyway, that was what that was. You could unlock that shaving simulator in the original Frog Fractions.
Oh, really? Okay, so that they were not far off in tying that in.
Yeah, it was literally found through a patch that we added to the original.
Oh, that's awesome.
People were right on when they thought it was the real thing, because man, if somebody else had managed to patch something into the original Frog Fractions, we probably just would have let them.
So one of the things we went to, Justin and I did an episode of Scam School where we went to the Puzzled Pint, which is one of these events where everybody gets lit and tries to solve all these puzzles. And one of the things they talked about was the importance of confirmers, so that because it's not necessarily fun to just have a bunch of noise and you're just finding a needle in the haystack and so on. Did you guys worry a lot about confirmers for the ARG type stuff, or was that just, again, like false positives were part of the game for you?
So, I mean, like, I have a friend that runs a Puzzle Pine, so I'm familiar with that.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Which, by the way, was fantastic, man. We the lengths of storytelling and theming that they go to tell a good story, very much enjoyed.
Yeah, I think my friend runs one in San Francisco. I don't know exactly, but yeah. So part of the problem, I guess problem in quotes, with the false positives in the ARG was that like the ARG had to last for as long as it took for us to actually make the game. So if like there was a lot of flexibility in how we could do things, if we put out something and players didn't understand it, or they thought that an answer was one thing when it was another. If the answer was cool, like if it was better than what we could have come up with,
Yep.
or what we did come up with, we would have just gone like, oh, yep, we did. Like, yep, that was the answer. Here's where we're going with this now.
That's
So
awesome.
The players themselves actually shaped some of the puzzles by getting them wrong and then having what they got be cooler than the real answer.
And how big of a total production team did you guys have?
So there are a couple different answers to that question depending on how you count all the different musicians, because we have a bunch of musicians that all produced like 1 or 2 tracks. But the main team was, I guess, so Jim was the main lead on the project. He did a lot of the programming and design. The artist, the primary, there were two primarily artists.
I'm so sorry, Justin. I just want to punch Justin Robert Young for screwing up. All right, look, Justin,
Okay.
you do the interview. I'm gonna play.
All right, play battle chess.
All right, here we go.
All right, so,
Yeah,
so
so-
one of the biggest things that I've noticed with this game, and specifically building on top of what you guys did with the first one, is that balancing the idea of frustration and release. That everything can be as frustrating as those games back in the day used to be, but now the payoff is you get these either big comedic beats or these real relief kind of like game moments. How much of that was just ingrained in the project, or that you guys brought to it?
That's a tough question, especially because I was not the lead game designer on this. I did the writing. So
Yeah.
what oftentimes would happen would be Jim would say, all right, here's what we've got in the game right now, and I would do feedback on it, say like, this doesn't work, this isn't fun, we need to tune this more, that sort of design. But I think a lot of it is just he's been making games for a long time, and he doesn't care if something is hard, because he knows that somebody will get it eventually, and then everybody will go, oh, okay, of course, that makes sense.
Well, because even comedically, like with the writing, there's so many jokes that are there. Like it's like, all right, well, here are the jokes that are meant to be kind of like funny, and then here are the ones that are meant to be there because it's weird and esoteric, right? Like these are random jokes. These are kind of punchline jokes, which I just think is it feels, the game just feels so cohesive.
Yeah, I think that was probably a product in terms of the jokes, at least, of having only 1 and 2 two main writers on it. There were actually 4 writers in total, because we had Laura Mache, who runs Zam.com. If you know that website, they run a bunch of different game pages. Did the writing for Spaxtress. That was all her. And then
that's great.
Jenny Paladna did the Mass Effect stuff.
Oh, and by the way, the Mass Effect, we were able to actually locate a file and put it in. I guess it's probably too early in our experience for you to tip whether or not that had an impact on the game at all.
It did have an impact.
It did?
Yes, that actually is its own puzzle and game.
Oh, that's great.
But whether you
whether or not I made
yeah.
use of it remains to be determined.
Yeah, it is a non-required piece because obviously not everyone
shit! I just realized what's happening. That's the fucking bridge from fucking Adventure. God damn it!
Yep, that is what that is.
Oh, what now, Smarty Pants?
Well, I don't know. I'm
you
busy
do the
winning
interview.
at chess, unlike you. Oh, and I'm totally fucked. All right, God damn it.
Oh, hey, Brian, why don't you do the interview and I'll play Battle Chess?
All right, fuck, you play Battle Chess. So, Justin, how are you monitoring stuff as this happens? Because this is what we've been talking to a bunch of our community about the benefits of live streaming on Twitch, and some of them are like, what's the difference? You could just do this on your own site, in our own clubhouse. And I would say you showing up is very much an artifact of Twitch. Are you just searching for keywords on Twitch and figuring out, who seems like they're worth chatting with?
Well, worth chatting with. I will talk with literally anybody because I'm just happy to hear what people think about the game. But yeah, I just put into Twitch search the name of the game and it pulls up a list of everyone who's streaming it, and then I just scroll through the channels and try to visit all of them, or most of them at least.
That's fantastic, man. And so what's been the biggest surprise for you personally, or the most gratifying surprise interaction where it's like, I did not see that coming? Because, I mean, like, for us, the mere fact of you popping up, that is our biggest surprise. If there's an inverse experience for you, I'd love to hear it.
I really like when I stumble across somebody who doesn't actually know what this is. They're just playing Glittermitten Grove, and then...
So you just start trolling them from the chat?
No, well, I don't want to spoil the experience for them, but I really like seeing them discover... I don't know. How did you guys get into this? You probably went underground, right?
Yeah, well, I unfortunately knew that Glittermitten Grove was the gateway into Frog Fractions, and to look at it, you could tell that the play dynamics, the fireworks to dig down, it just seemed like the darkest thing to do would be to immediately turn it into a mining colony for some reason. And it's like, once I figured I could dig down, I was like, I'm just gonna dig down forever. And then that, obviously.
That's
and then
what
once
I figured. But that's definitely the easiest way to get into Frog Fractions too. Although it's not the only way.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So seeing somebody who doesn't know that this is Frog Fractions 2, and then discovers it, that's, I think, the most satisfying thing. Especially if the chat also doesn't know, because they freak out and then the chat freaks out, and it's like watching their entire world get realigned.
Yeah, well, and that was very much my experience with Frog Fractions 1, because I think I was fooled partly because I have children that are in the target demographic for those, kind of games. So when my friend Brant Hughes was like, you should play Frog Fractions, and it's like, I played enough of it to get it, and I'm like, yeah, this is just like all the other multiplication games, whatever. It took me like 3 tries before I started playing far enough that I understood that it was only the candy-coated shell to something wonderful inside, and the moment you hit that point, it really just became this rewarding experience of just, it keeps going deeper and wild, and when you recognize those references, so delightful. Unlike Justin's Robert Young's chess playing ability right now.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Yeah, man. Dude, well, I'll tell you what, Can we take some questions from the chat? Let me open up another.
go for it.
Yeah, here. I'm gonna open up another Skype line, guys. This one you're gonna call in NSFW show. Let me get that loaded up. And again, your title, Justin, in all of this.
Man, I'm in the credits as ARG Master and as writer. So I guess those are the two that I should probably go with.
Perfect. Then let me do this. I'm gonna click on this. I'm like, call and talk to Justin, who worked on Frog Fractions 2. And I'll change this to NSFW show. There we go. And hopefully that will update. And then, yeah, so if you guys have questions for Justin, then give us a call. So what other projects are you working on? Most of the game devs I know are all sworn to secrecy on whatever they're working on next, so they can all just say, well, I'm working in the industry.
Well, I can tell you exactly what I'm working on. I'm working partway through a PhD in English, so...
Oh, congratulations. Where are you?
Oh, nice.
I'm out of USC, so it's sort of within the game dev geography of California.
Yeah, that's great.
But this is the first game that I've actually put out, like for anybody that could actually be played.
Your first truly published title, then.
Yeah, I did I guess it is a game-ish thing that won a bunch of awards at like IndieCade and GDC last year called Octobo with a couple other people. It's like, do you remember Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's like a modern one of those, but that's not a thing you can buy yet. So I don't know if that'll ever really be a thing past sort of like a demonstration piece. And I don't know what I'm gonna do after that, because like I've got this degree to finish.
Yeah, well. So do you find yourself
Overrated.
Yeah, says the guy with the degree in journalism who now is a full-time Twitch streamer and podcast
Hey, listen,
talker.
dude. Finally, my degree in journalism has led me to where
Dude,
it always
no,
prompted playing battle chess while I interview the dev of a game on Twitch.
Oh, you could have taken the bridge that one time. Ugh.
Well, hey, listen.
That's good though. No, take it.
Yeah,
Why did you? You could have taken.
I couldn't.
Oh yeah,
already-
that's
I'm
right. 'Cause
watching
it was
the stream,
covered.
but the stream has a delay, and I'm now watching you make these mistakes.
Yeah. So just every time you see me react, just wait 8 seconds to see why Justin deserved it or didn't deserve it.
Oh, I deserve it. I'm just-
All right, here. You want to trade off? You want to trade off? I'm pretty sure I can get it this time.
You're Chessman McGee. I'll ask the questions around here. All right. So wait. So you are you are finishing your degree at USC. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Oh, nice. So, dude, I mean, this is in the world of games, like this is great. And what was the other thing that you did? The Teddy Ruxpin thing?
Yeah, it's called Octobo. Sure, you could find a website for it. I just did the writing for that as well. My skills are all in writing and not in programming. So people call me up and hire me entirely based on we need some words on a thing.
Well, listen, there are worse ways to make a living than that. I'll certainly let you know that. How did you get into this? Like, what was your first entree into it?
So, my academic research is on video games and storytelling in games. And before I started my PhD, I was doing a podcast, which I guess I still do a podcast. And these days, who doesn't have a podcast?
Oh my God, every asshole.
Called Red Pages Podcast with some friends of mine from college and the internet. And we did interviews with game developers. And I knew a bunch of game developers, even though I wasn't one, just because... do you know Kingdom of Loathing?
Kingdom
of
Loathing.
Kingdom of Loathing is an ancient browser-based stick figure RPG online game.
Okay.
That is very, very similar in its humor to a Frog Fractions, it's a parody of RPGs.
Gotcha.
And I have known that guy, the guy who's run that game for like, I don't know, almost a decade at this point. And because he is actually a game developer, I met a bunch of game developers sort of through him. And then got those people onto my podcast to interview them because I was interested in sort of the state of the industry and where the creative design in games was going, and also presenting game developers as people instead of just like the name on the back of the box or in the credits, because this was like Gamergate going on, things were bad. And
that old chestnut.
On our podcast, we had this real sense that like part of the problem was that game developers weren't seen as people. They were, and if we could sort of humanize them, just like most other people, it would be
eat shit.
Yeah, it would be a lot harder to do that.
Sorry, just a little
no,
bit excited.
but
I got a sword and a bridge.
Yeah, but that was.
And
like,
by the
that's
way,
what
people are
look
finding
forward to
already
see.
in our amazing chat. It is twitter.com/play Octobo. Is that
Yeah,
the
that
same?
sounds right. Anyway, so I was doing these interviews, and Jim, who is the main guy on this game, also does a podcast with the KOL guy, my friend Zach. And so
Gotcha.
I said to Jim, who I guess I met through Zach, do you want to do an episode on my podcast? And we had been pretty lucky. Like, we've had some pretty big guests like Edmund McMillan, who did Super Meat Boy, or the guys who made Myst. Ashley Birch, who's a voice actor that people seem to like. It is really nice. Just like we've been really blessed with a lot of guests, and so that turns out like success in that regard begets success, because once somebody big has been on, more people are interested in being on.
No, that's the way. Like, number one, the biggest way to get big, and everybody, because we do a dumb podcast, people ask us like, all right, well, what do you want to do? I want to start a podcast. What do you do? It's like, well, if you want to be successful, interview, and if you want to be if you want to get good interviews, get other people who are already who are already big to do the show, so more people who are big feel comfortable doing the show. So you definitely have the key.
It really is a Ponzi scheme. It's like, oh, we had the one guy who got suckered come on, and they're like, oh, good.
Yeah, like Chris Avellone, who made Fallout 2 in New Vegas, came on, and they're like, okay. Anyway, so Jim came on, and we did his interview, and that was, I think, like a year after the Kickstarter for Frog Fractions 2 had happened. And after we were off the record, I said to him, so how's the ARG going? Because I knew I was aware of that having gone on. I didn't follow it too closely. I hadn't backed the Kickstarter. I had played the original Frog Fractions and liked it, but I didn't want to throw money at a Kickstarter that I didn't know what it was that much. And he was like, ARG has sort of stalled out. We had all that content for it right after the Kickstarter, but it's just me doing that. And we sort of have run out of stuff. So it's stagnated. And it's a little bit of a concern for me, because like that's our marketing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I said to him, well, I have a bunch of ARG content that I've generated sort of for a project that I have given up on because I'm a bad programmer, where I wanted to sort of make some ARG stuff and send it to those KOL guys because I know they love it, and it would have been really funny for them to just receive an anonymous package out of nowhere with a weird mystery that leads to a website that who knows what is going on. And so I said to Jim, like, I'm never going to finish this project. If you want to just take that content and commandeer it, like, you can have it. I don't care. And he said, actually, how about I just hire you to run this ARG?
Ha!
I was like, that is okay too. So that was,
dude, that is
literally how I broke into the game industry.
Well, then, I mean, if that is your entree, right? How do you feel a pressure from Frog Factions? Because I mean, this is a project that obviously has a lot of attention from a relatively smaller community, but the passion there, and you reference Gamergate, can sometimes, get a little intense and out of control. Frog Fractions is a happy element of the gaming community, but I can only imagine that, again, a game that is kind of from the ground up, built on like frustration and release, could bring a little bit of pressure, right?
I've read some people say this game is absolute garbage.
Boo!
Like, I've read those reviews.
That was Justin Robert Young who wrote that, not me.
It's not me. I did not say it was absolute.
And like, that's fine. Like, it's okay for people to have different opinions as long as people are like polite about it. I don't care. There was a huge thread about this on NeoGAF when it came out because those guys like love this sort of garbage, and there was one guy who was like, I really didn't like this game and I don't think it was worth the money. And I talked with him and he was really polite about it. He said, here's why I didn't like it, and here's what I would have done differently. I'm like, that's perfect. Like, as long as people are willing to be reasonable with their opinions, I don't care. Like,
I'll tell you what, man. I made this point on Twitter of all places, and it was,
good place to express opinions.
Yeah, right. Well, it was met with a resounding derisive snort. But I honestly think civil discourse is kind of the new cool. It's the new punk rock thing to do, is to have conversations and treat other people like human beings and complete your sentences.
I sure hope so. That was sort of the point of our podcast in the beginning. It was like, hey, let's actually talk to people, and that's why we always had stuff like not just talk about your game, but we had an hour before we talked about video games. Like, hey, what are you reading? Like, what television shows are you into? What are you doing in your life outside of the games industry?
Hold on, wait. Are you suggesting that the game enjoying public sometimes has a hard time separating those elements of life, or
yeah,
taking
well,
them for
especially
granted?
for me, where my research is on narrative and design, like finding out what people who make a product consume and think about is so important to understanding why they make the creative choices.
Well, especially in the case of sometimes people, they're really upset and they have an agenda, that they want to, I don't know, let's talk about why you're such a guy who does this stuff or whatever. When I get those people on the phone, because usually my first goal is like get them on the phone as soon as possible, and then just ask them like, so what are you into? What are you working on? What like yeah, we'll get to the part why I'm an asshole, but let me understand you first, and then it oftentimes. By the time we get around, we're like, oh yeah, did you have a reason you were upset about a thing? Suddenly they're all like, no, not really. I mean, it's just it just wasn't really my cup of
It's
tea.
just been a bad day. Hashtag 2016. Am I right?
Yep. Turns out that most people are reasonable if you're willing to actually talk to them. And, like, not everybody is, but most people are.
Right. Dude, y'all think
like, I don't feel pressure from Frog Fractions 2. Maybe in, like, 5 years if I haven't produced anything that's as popular or well-liked or that I, at least, like, or even less, like, that I'm not as happy with. Because that's really what is important. Like, if I'm satisfied with the project, then whatever. Like, I've got my real job. That's getting paid by a university.
Dude, but by the way, man, there ain't nothing like the high of knowing you did it. Like who knows what the future holds? There's a million things that could go wrong or all that. But I mean, you have to know that you slayed a dragon here, right?
A thing.
I
You've done
hope
a
so.
real hell of a thing here, sir.
Yeah.
It is really, really satisfying to just be able to talk about it at all, because we've been keeping this secret for years, literally years. And yeah, it's just nice to be able to actually have conversations instead of.
Well, let me ask you this, because Frog Fractions, like, how do you understand the popularity of Frog Fractions as somebody who's worked on it? Because it seems like it's a very, very big deal to a fairly small amount of people, and yet I don't know if that would change your expectations on it. But how do you understand the popularity of this phenomenon?
So I think part of it is that there is a thing that used to exist in our culture as part of pop culture that the internet has killed, and that is secrets.
Yes, an
games.
agonizing failure as a result of not being able to figure out secrets, and 1-900 numbers that give the answers. By the way, you should have a 1-900 number that gives the answers.
Oh my God, right?
So it used to be like, you'd be on the playground during recess, and I don't know. Let's use Pokemon as an example, because everybody played Pokemon. Like, someone would say, like, "Oh, did you know that you can catch Mew if you get someone to trade you this Pokemon that knows Surf, and then surf behind the SSN and use Strength on a truck?" And, like, that's not true. That truck is there. It's the only truck sprite in the entire Pokemon game, and I don't know why it exists. And you can't ever reach it normally, but, like, that's totally a believable thing when you're 7 on the playground. And your
Sure.
friend says, "Oh, my cousin did it. It's true."
For me, it was you could put Chun-Li in handcuffs if you were Guile and did it in just the right way.
Or
Yeah.
like even a real thing, like, man, Contra is really hard, and then someone says, "Did you know that if you press this button combination on the title screen, you get 20 lives?"
Yeah.
Like that stuff was amazing, and especially it ties into like games going from an incredibly scarce resource when we were little to being adults and having money to just buy a million games and never playing any of them.
Man, that's
Every game that we used to
And-
have
and
was
games
precious.
just becoming something different, right? I mean,
Right.
games becoming an industry, games becoming an art, and being recognized as both economically and kind of in terms of everybody else understanding what it is.
Right. So I think that we lost that sort of secrecy that people really miss, and I think that
God, wait.
hold
Our
Horn
on.
companies-
saxophonist oral fixation Roberts.
When his bandmates found him in the morning,
I think our sort of like our company has this.
Wait, hold on. We're getting important news about Bubsy the Bobcat.
Oh, man, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Team up to fight music piracy. Bubsy creator Mike Berlin happened to be crashing on the couch that week. "Let me show you the good stuff," he said, directing Roberts to the Bubsy fan porn on Newgrounds.
Newgrounds.
Yeah, that might be my favorite one.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I guess that's what is really like. I'm just such a fan of comedically is just like that balance of like the use of the non sequiturs in a game that is designed to be. You should pay attention to everything because everything could be the key to get to the next level.
Yep, those are things that I wish I had written. I think Jim wrote all of the Corn stories because he was
the corn basis stories.
Yeah, well, he was planning on doing a joke podcast with my friend Zach called Corn Stories, where that's what they just did. They just told stories about the band Corn.
That's amazing.
And that never happened, but a lot of them got incorporated into this game.
Dude, that's amazing. All right. I'm getting frustrated, Justin. You want to take over?
Sure, yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just realized that I have two Justins on the line, and Justin's like, "Hey, man, I just made the game. Don't put this on me, bro."
Yeah.
Well, so what do you got to promote? I know you're in a weird spot in that you're finishing up your degree, and I'm sure that.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I'm finishing in like 3 or 4 years. This is getting a doctorate is a years long process.
I mean, is there some part of you that toys with the idea that that you'll probably get hired away to do something not in your doctorate field when you start to experience, out in the real world, that's egalitarian of me. Just, I don't know. Is there some part of you that toys with the idea of like, well, maybe I won't finish that doctorate. Maybe I'll just go off and become the game wizard.
No, I am definitely like doing this is something that, how like most kids, if you say like, what do you want to do when you grow up? They're like, I don't know, I would be an astronaut or a fire truck or something.
Yeah.
Like I always knew what I wanted to do, and it was to do something with English literature. And I've like conned academia into believing that video games are a form of literature.
Yeah.
So
you have
Best
a bit
way.
of that. You have a bit of that same disease that I had, in that you craved the I want to say validation. That's not right. The verification, the validation. Wait, what word am I looking for? English major. Yeah, I guess validation.
Vindication? I don't know.
Yeah, I craved the validation of academia, and I always felt like I had, for example, when I was an undergrad, I was in this program where I was able to, and I used the same word, I was able to con my teachers into letting me do a magic show as a creative writing thesis. And then meanwhile, like the real people doing the real work were writing books and all that other stuff. And meanwhile, the real actors were in the acting program and plays and stuff. So, like, the whole time, like, during that time, I think I did 100 live performances during my undergrad year, just touring around the state of Texas, because I hooked up with a friend of mine who did these charity shows. And the whole time, I was thinking, like, well, this is all fake. None of this really counts. The real stuff is if you write a paper and get an A on it or whatever. And then it wasn't until years later because I graduated thinking I'd still pulled a fast one on the University of Texas, and it wasn't until like 5 years down the road when I was on the Tonight Show that I was like, oh shit, I'm the only guy I know who's actually working in his major. So, are you experiencing the same thing? Because I could tell you're using similar language to the way I talk about Magic when you talk about games, where it's like, I pulled a fast one to get them to consider games to be art, that kind of thing.
So like that's a joke that like I use because I think it's funny, and it is kind of true. But if you think about the way that the English department as a function in the university exists, like this is gonna get like dumb and boring now. So hold on.
All right, I'm ready.
Strap
Like,
in,
if
kids.
you look at-
Here's all
if
the
you look
excitement
at like
that
the
Twitch has
history of
promised
the
you.
film department alongside the English department, film started out as a weird thing that wasn't academic.
Kind of
It
a
was
joke
a-
major.
yeah. Well, not even a major. Like there wasn't a film department. It was a thing that people were doing to produce consumer entertainment. And then English departments started saying, "Hey, like we've learned a lot about the way that film works." And not just English departments, actual movie makers even more. Like why do people think Citizen Kane is good? It's not because it's a good. I don't think Citizen Kane is a good movie. I'm gonna hot take right there. I don't think
there we
Citizen Kane
go.
is a good movie. I think that Citizen Kane is an important movie, with capital I, capital M, because of the filmmaking techniques that it inspired. Like we learn what a montage means in cinematic language through Citizen Kane, and also through like Birth of a Nation, which we can't talk about because it's racist.
Yeah.
But once
and
that
we still named the
vocabulary-
Oscar after for whatever.
Once that vocabulary for film had been established and there was a critical way of talking about it, English departments started to talk about film and eventually split off entire film departments. And I feel like games are in a similar place to where early film was in terms of academy recognition. So there are definitely like games degrees that you can get, and there are some schools, USC is one of them, that have entire programs where you can learn about games and read theory and treat it like any other serious academic field. Most universities still don't have that, either because they don't institutionally believe that it's there yet, or even if they do, they don't have professors with the expertise, which is a real problem.
Well, and I think you're right. I think you have to build the lexicon to express appreciation for things. The very idea of film appreciation courses probably felt real dumb when they first started happening. And I know
Sure.
that there was a class that was notorious at UT for being like, wait, that's a class. It was called the history of rock and roll. And on the flip side, I would say culturally, it's every bit as important as reading, Emily Bronte or whatever.
Sure. Everything is important in that way because it informs everything that comes after it. But yeah, it's really even more complicated than film was, because film, in comparison to games, you still have sort of the director. You have a camera. It's only showing one thing at a time. It's easy to talk about in comparison to games, because like, how do you talk about a text adventure next to Halo? Like, we've probably figured out Halo. Like, we've probably figured out text adventures as a medium. Like, we understand how meaning is derived through language. Like, if you're making a AAA game, we still don't know how to make the player look in the right direction to observe what's going on all the time.
Sure. There was, it reminds me of, I don't know, games are such a curious creature because it's like you're writing for a film where the main actor doesn't know his lines, doesn't know his marks, and doesn't really have a sense of his character, and only discovers it on the fly. And it makes me think of how game design elements become so incredibly important. Babylonian from Polygon just did his top 5 games of the year, and one of the things he talked about was the relentless way that Doom is crafted to constantly reward you for being as aggressive as possible. In a world where all these games are about cover dynamics and hiding behind things and staying alive, this one was just built to force you to. I'm sorry, I just realized that we came across the gift shop and I could not be more excited. Justin, what are you going to get at the gift shop? Get all the things.
Oh my god, dude, we're gonna
Gift
find
shop's
them.
probably closed.
Oh,
Yeah, we're closed. Oh wait, hold on,
Only-
wait. There's a tab.
I mean, surely you here. Break in. Go over to the left. Go in that.
Just to switch up the bridge there.
Yeah. Hit space. Drop that. Oh. Go back. Oh, I bet. Do you think you could spend the gems there? That seems like a place where you could spend gems. I'm just sorry.
Shit! Look at that. Oh, that's my little house.
Yeah. That where the giant is and all the gems are.
Where that? Oh my God, he's got because remember he's got a Tyrannosaurus in there like Batman.
Correct. But
That's Ragnasorth.
oh, it's Ragnasaur. Got it.
Well,
No, Ragnasorth with a th on the end.
Okay, got it. Ragnasaur.
He's an important character in the lore of the game, most of which is not actually in the game because it was in the ARG.
Got it.
But
Azurite reaction.
that's a secret. That's a world first reveal, probably. I don't know if anybody has found
Hey,
the.
look at that, man! We're breaking ground.
Yeah, the
Add
hint
us to
fish
the Wikipedia.
has a hint that he can randomly say that says the bones of Ragnasorth hold a terrible secret, and
All right,
that's where the last resting place of Ragnasorth.
Azurite reaction in the chat says you spent forever trying to break into the gift shop with the bridge, and he says you can't. Can you verify that for us before we waste like 10 minutes trying to break in?
I'm pretty sure that you cannot break in with the bridge.
Okay.
I remember trying that when I was playing too.
All right.
Although Azurite Reaction, I believe, is the designer of that chess game that you spent so long on.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great.
He
It's
was
funny.
a Kickstarter backer, and he was the only one who backed at the level Jim will make a game jam game with you.
Oh, that's
and
great.
that was where that came from.
What I liked about that Azurite reaction was that it rewarded.
Oh no, he's not the reactor. Okay, he says he's not the designer.
Okay. All right. Well,
I was just talking to somebody with the same name in Twitch chat or the same color because Twitch colors everything the same. So colors all the names different colors. So somebody else is using the same color as him.
Well, whoever it is.
Well, somebody else is hanging around Twitch and is that person.
Yeah,
so
and
hi.
I'm sure his name is no less weird than Azurite reaction. One of the things I liked about that game is that very quickly you could tell it rewarded actual speed chess techniques.
Yeah, it's the real-time battle system from Final Fantasy on chess.
Yes, exactly.
Active time battle.
Oh.
Justin, do you want a hint on this? I have an idea.
Yeah.
All right, so here.
Give me the hot goss.
This is you got to remember this because now we're into using this stuff the same way I did in.
That's probably why I got mixed up.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
And then we're trapped behind a bowl full of wicker
Hey,
balls.
it's a bowl full of wicker balls, Bri.
Yeah, you don't say.
Hey,
All right.
look, there's a tab.
All right,
Tab.
here we go. Tab. My wife loves those wicker balls. We've got a room full of them at home.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, here, I'm turning it back over to you. Hey, man, I'd hate to do this, but I think Bonnie and I are supposed to go to Wizard Academy here in just a bit.
Oh, wait a minute. We haven't killed Frog Fractions 2 yet?
No, I'm afraid it's a dragon we'll have to slay on another day. I've heard it's about a 10-hour experience. Is that right, Justin?
I think the average play is 7 to 9, but depending on how good you are at solving the puzzles, it could take I don't know, a million years.
Well, how do you factor in if you keep pausing to frustrate the other co-host and just mess around with them, and you get distracted by having interviews
I don't know, it's
with
probably
the creators?
an 80-hour epic JRPG at that
Okay,
point.
right on.
Yeah. So if we just continue to have interviews with various people who have made the game, how long do you think the average game experience would be?
And you'll never finish.
You know what? That sounds to me like we got a series that'll never get canceled.
Exactly.
All right, hey.
Good luck getting out of there with that sword.
Yeah.
Do you have to drop the sword somehow?
Here's a last tip for you.
Yeah.
Inside the house, go outside the walls. Just from the door, just go south instead of walking out of the door.
Wait, oh, you mean this?
You gotta wait for the stream to catch up.
Okay,
Say while you're in the house, you could just
Yeah.
walk outside.
Oh, here.
the
You know
wall.
what I just realized I could do? How about this? Let me send you this video there. There. Are you seeing video on Skype?
Yeah, it's loading. It's.
There you go. That should
You
be.
say, yeah. If you see where the door is, you can just walk around the door and then go under.
Oh, got it. Walk on the brown. Stick to the brown. Walk the ship path, Justin.
Yeah, you can see that there are messages down there. Yeah.
There you go. Read those
Oh
messages.
my god, dude! Wait, there's messages. Hold on. Holy shit, my dog. What the hell?
Read the
I
message.
can't. Sorry, the stupid.
What's going on? What?
Oh, stop!
What are you doing?
I made a mistake.
You're literally worse than Hitler.
Don't act like you've never made a mistake in your goddamn life.
You could drop. Do objects have persistence? Like, can we drop everything inside this house and know we can always come back to it?
You can't drop items
Okay.
other than the bridge.
Okay. Good luck.
Hey, these are really great messages.
Try coming out of retirement and be wearing a Henry's pocket. Right on. You found an orange soapstone. Oh. Tab.
Hold on.
Tab that. Okay.
Homeowners in the kingdom of Jinxadia are always stashing soap in their walls to keep the termites clean.
All right. Justin, hey man, I hope you don't mind. I followed you on your tweeters. Can I plug that? Can I give that out for you?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's
Plug
at
whatever you want.
Lord Huffenpuff, right?
Yep, that's right.
At LordHuffNPuff. Man, thank you so much for popping in. You just made
Yeah, dude,
our
thanks
day.
so much.
This was so much more fun thanks to you.
No problem. Enjoy the game.
All right, buddy. Take care, and we'll be in touch.
All right, you too.
All
Bye.
right, see ya.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hot damn, Justin.
Hey, man, that's
damn.
a crazy little time. Hey, remember the last time that we went live on a Friday and then randomly had the writer of the hottest game in games call in randomly?
That used to that hasn't happened so much over the last couple years. last time I checked. This is funny.
Yeah,
It's
that
crazy.
normally doesn't.
Cuckoo.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much to Lord Huff and Puff. This has been, dude, super awesome. And I guess, listen, man, we got more frog fractions too to plow through at some point.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I'm okay with it though. I'm totally all right with it. So I'll tell you what. I guess
What's the hot goss there at Wizard Academy tonight?
cheese tasting. Somebody got a bunch of cheese that we're gonna taste. Not gonna lie, I mainly go because it gets my lady all hot and bothered. Then I take her home, and I was like, there's a story I want to tell that I have to give permission to.
All right, just text it to me without her permission.
No, I can't.
Oh, it's fine. It doesn't count if you just texting me. Okay, so here's the deal, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, random stuff right here on the Night Attack
so
channel.
good.
Go ahead and follow us right now if you are watching. Until next time, remember, I love you.
Yeah. Also, remember, he stole that line from me. I said it first.
Can't you see what I'm doing here? I'm holding my own urine. Can't you see what I'm doing here?
Sorry.
I'm holding my own
love.
urine in a cup because I have responsibilities. Won't you help?
Chad, you're still banned until you show up.
Hey, retardo.
Yeah, Chad.
Why can't you walk
All right, you ready to go?
over
I just shut it
here?
down.
You've been out mending fences. You probably can't even walk now. But retardos, meet your warm golden cure. 'Cause you've been out mending fences where you'll never walk alone. So send me some money or I'll bang you up. Yes, I'll bang you right up your ass.
Peace out, fuckos. Love you.
Peace.